Good evening and welcome to the 2025 Egg Off. I say that as if this is somehow like a tradition that's already been started. I've literally never done this before in my life. But it is a good excuse for me to get to try out some of the eggs that caught my eye this year. And hopefully, in turn, I might be able to help, give some good advice on some delicious eggs to eat. It's more than anything, this is an excuse for me to try out some eggs. All right, okay. I think I'm gonna rate them as I go along, and I'm gonna do like a taste test of each one and react to them, and maybe we'll crown a winner at the end. Let me just clear these out of the way. Let's make some space. Very glamorous setup here in my kitchen. Now, for full transparency, these are all eggs I bought in my local Lidl, but they're not paying for this video. Let's start off with the Aero. I'll be very disappointed if this isn't a minty egg. Now, also, just before we get started, there is one correct way to open an Easter egg, and it is like this. All right. Oh, it is minty. I can smell already that it's minty. Oh, lovely. Oh, wow, that is. Okay, here we go. Who's this made by? Nestle. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. Okay. Very much like a traditional egg in terms of it. Quite thin, but it is minty. Is it very close, to be fair to them, to their credit, very close to how an actual Aero would taste. Just doesn't have the bubbles or the green stuff in the middle, but that's very nice. Now, granted, if you're not a fan of mint, that would be an absolutely dreadful choice. But if you are, that'd be a lovely Easter egg to have on the side with the other ones. When you got sick of one of the normal Easter eggs, have that as a little palate cleanser. That's beautiful. That's a great start. That's getting a 7.5 out of 10. We're gonna go with a classic here, a Cadbury Dairy Milk Buttons egg. Let's go with this. Like, in fairness, I've probably eaten 8,500 of these in my lifetime. I know exactly how this tastes, but still, for the sake of the video, it has to be done. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, fucking hell. It's just stunning. And you know what? I'm doing the egg a disservice by chewing on it, but I'm trying to just move through this, in an efficient manner. Normally, it should be rested on the tongue and allowed to melt and eaten with a cup of tea. Oh. There's so little wrong with that. The only thing I would like is something slightly thicker. Like that is quite thin. That's about 2 credit cards thin. This scientific way of measuring it. Or even if they were to give you, sometimes there's certain eggs where it has a chunky arse where there's a bit of melty chocolate gathers at the bottom. Even if they gave me that would be enough to get me over the hump. But it is quite thin. But in saying that, now, sorry, it also does have, this particular one has buttons inside it. I like having a surprise inside an egg. Very little wrong with that, other than I wish it was a little bit thicker. But close to God tier. It's an 8.5 out of 10 all day long. Okay, what do we have next? This is a Deluxe white chocolate strawberry marshmallow mess. Wouldn't be a huge white chocolate fan in general, but I like the idea. If you put the word mess into something and marshmallow, I generally like the sound of something like that. So, there's weight in that fella. Jeez, if you hockey that off someone's head now, you do damage. Okay, oh, look at this now. Now look at that. Look at that. It has loads of pieces. Oh, it's loads of pieces of marshmallow in it. Look at this. Now look at that for girth and for thickness. That is beautiful. Oh, this is an experience. So the raspberry is like dried raspberry, so it has a bit of a crunch to it. And then you got the soft marshmallow. Oh, it's thick. A nice white chocolate. You know the way sometimes you eat white chocolate and you feel like you're gonna have to have an injection to regulate your insulin immediately. Don't get that with this. That's the kind of egg that sounds like it might be too much. And in fairness, if you did the whole thing in one go, it might be. But if you were to break that up and share that is beautiful. That's getting a 7.5 out of 10, like the Aero. It's just worry about that later. What do we have next? Oh, I'm excited for this one. The Yorkie raisin and biscuit. Incredible egg. So, real raisin and biscuit pieces. Now you're speaking my language. Now, I would be a huge fan of a Yorkie in general. Now, when I say a Yorkie, I would never go for a just regular Yorkie. I'd always go for one of the... This is going to knock me out. I would always go for the Yorkie with this part, the biscuit and the raisin. I would always go for that, but now in egg form. Now, I will say they could have wrapped this a bit better. It might lose half a mark for that. This feels thick. Okay. This could get dangerous. I can actually already see the bits of biscuit and raisin. Yes. Look. Oh, wow. Oh, look. Oh, look how thick this is. Oh, my goodness. Look. And the raisin bits are sticking it together. Okay. Here, I'm going to go for a nice thick bit. I'm actually disappointed. Do you know what it is? There's nearly too much biscuit, and it makes it feel like it's not smooth. You know, the texture of an egg is normally smooth. That's not there. It feels bitty and grainy. That feels like maybe it's too much. The chocolate is just very sweet, along with the biscuit and the raisin. Bollocks! I'm annoyed now. I was really looking forward to that. Like, it's not bad at all. I think the ratio with the biscuit and the raisin is slightly off. It's still not bad. I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10, and that includes losing half a mark for the bad wrapping. We're just gonna go for a very small Kit Kat chunky. Now, this is pretty much the same as we got with the Buttons egg. However, this is Nestle chocolate, and the Buttons one was Cadbury chocolate. All right, here we go. Probably overly cautious. Now, you see, that's well wrapped. That's actually reinforced wrapping. Okay. Again, the smoothness to this that was missing from the Yorkie. It's lovely. I would not turn my nose up to it at all. However, it was just straight off going for an egg. We wanted pure chocolate, something to melt in the mouth with a cup of tea. The Cadbury's egg shaves it. That is good. Not quite there at the Cadbury. It's an 8 out of 10. Now, one of my favourite types of chocolate when it comes to Christmas, when I get one of these bad boys out of the tin. Now, I presume as well this is going to be Galaxy chocolate. Oh, wow. Oh, an interesting shape. Oh, it's not. It's less rounded. It's kind of like got a bit of a flat head. Okay, so I don't know whether this is going to make it easier or indeed more damaging for me to break. Again, wonderfully wrapped, and actually a beautiful wrapping is as well, a very attractive looking wrapping. I'd nearly say that is the most beautiful looking wrap of all of the eggs I've opened so far. Okay, feels like a very standard weight, doesn't feel like it's particularly thick. Yeah, breaks like a traditional egg, which is good. Okay. Yeah, it's Galaxy chocolate. Okay, I'm all over that. That's lovely. Just for it to put the brakes on for one moment. The only issue I'd have with that is it's quite a sweet chocolate. I wonder, would one get slightly sick of this a bit quicker than they would with the Cadbury's egg? Stickier in the mouth as well. Interesting. Some people might disagree with me. It's a 7 out of 10. It's a very good egg. I just think, in comparison to the Cadbury's egg, we're talking a 1.5 mark swing there. Next we have a Deluxe milk chocolate with honeycomb. This genuinely might knock me out. Okay, this thing it feels heavy. Very nice box. It actually probably feels like the most luxurious of all the boxes to open. It feels like an experience, if that makes sense. The fact that you have the bit of string really adds to the occasion. Also now, This is interesting, a plastic wrapping. Now that's obviously a good thing because you want to be able to see the egg from the box. Oh, I'm buzzing for this one. Now, honeycomb can sometimes be a bit sweet, but this, now look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? That looks, and it has a lovely weight to it. They haven't skimped on the chocolate here. They've gone, I'd say they did the double pour, the double dip, or whatever you need to do. Oh, the honeycomb's kind of soft. Okay. Given that the honeycomb is actually on the softer side, I think I'm going to headbutt honeycomb side up because I'm afraid that might cut my head. But anyway, here we go. Dreadful idea. Wouldn't recommend this one with the forehead. Definitely a bad idea. All other egg companies, pay attention. That is the perfect thickness. That is, it's about, again, to go off of a very well-known metric when it comes to measuring the thickness of an egg. I would say 4 credit cards deep. I'd say that's how thick it is. It feels weighty. It feels like, look, I can swing that. It's not breaking. I'm telling you, there's other ones they break. Oh, look at that. That bit of chunk now. Oh. First things first. Not as sweet as chocolate, which actually is a very good thing because you've got the honeycomb there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now where I go. Oh. Oh. This is my first time ever having one of these eggs. Reserve my judgment until I have a piece with some of that extra honeycomb on the outside. This is exceptional. Alright. First things first. I would consider anything from an 8 and above as God tier. It's an 8 out of 10 all day long. Not quite the same marks as the Cadbury's egg, but that's a stunning egg. To be fair, I don't actually know what else I'm looking for out of it. I think there's a smoothness to the Cadbury's egg, or maybe it's just a familiarity. But that's a good egg. 8 out of 10 actually feels a bit harsh there, but I'm gonna stick with my score. Last but not least, the one I've been looking forward to most. The reason why I'm so excited about this, there was a Cadbury's bar, the Marvelous Creations bar. Honest to God, I think one of the all-time greatest bars ever to hit the confectionery market scene, whatever you want to call it. And I wonder, would this be up there on it? Roundtree's, I mean, of fruit pastille fame and bits like that. There's, okay, right. So there's a lot to look forward to here. First off, it says mixed fruity pieces in it. Squishy marshmallow as well. Mad for marshmallow, a lot of the eggs this time around. First thing first, when you open it up, a nice little surprise of a jelly. The only thing is, I will horse them into me a little bit later on, but we're not reviewing jellies. Okay. Very well secured. And that's a beautiful wrapping. Now, again, like the Yorkie, not well wrapped. It just falls away too easily. For my own peace of mind, I would prefer an egg that is just slightly more secure in its wrapping. Now look, do you know what? I always feel like it's a more premium egg where you can see the join. And you can see the join here. Very smooth on the outside, but you can see where they've joined it all up. All right, so I can imagine a chocolatier now working on this and putting the two sides together and taking it out of the mold. Feels thick. I feel like if I lobbed this at a car, I'd smash the window. All right, here we go. I'm very excited about this one. Okay, yeah, bit my tongue there. That's good. That's probably drawn blood. Okay, yeah. Even when you pull it apart, look, all the bits. Oh yeah, lovely. Okay. Oh, please don't be a letdown like the Yorkie. Fuck it. No, am I being too harsh here? No. No. Something's off. Something's off. Going for a big kickback. No. Do you know what? There's a lesson in this. Don't be fucking with an egg. Acting in jellies and marshmallows is a risky business. It's like the jellies and the marshmallows. Their flavour has seeped in to the chocolate. Like if you leave an onion in the fridge and everything smells like fucking onion then for weeks afterwards. It's kind of like that. Credit where it's due. A lovely chew off of it. Do you know what it is? Do you know when something so sweet hits the back of your throat? It's like right back here, you're like... Now, bear in mind, this is the last egg as well. So maybe it's the fact that I've had about 8 Easter eggs at this stage. That just feels too sweet. It pains me to say it too much. It's getting less than the Yorkie. The Yorkie got 6.5 out of 10. That's getting a 5.5 out of 10. I was so excited for that. It pains me to say it. Now, obviously, each to their own. Maybe you'd love this, but I feel like I need to go to the dentist now. It's actually so sweet. I feel like the enamel in my head is crumbling around me. Thus concludes the Egg Off 2025. Will I do this again next year? Let's see. But we have one clear winner, and the one clear winner is a classic. The plain, the simple, the smooth, the no messing, the no fuss, the Cadbury's egg. In fairness, I probably could have told everyone that before we even began. We knew we knew that's what was going to happen. But anyway, I'm glad we did this for a bit of research anyway. All right, thank you very much for watching the Egg Off 2025. Complete nonsense video, but I enjoyed it and I hope you did too. If you did, if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons, I would really appreciate that. And we'll see you again on the next video. Good luck and thanks. Happy Easter.